Thank you for joining me today for Move and Meditate. If we haven't had the chance to connect or meet in person, my name is Helena, and I'll be here to support you through your class. So finding a comfortable position where your body can rest and settle. Get out any little sensations that you might need to fidget, to settle the body and settle into stillness, whether that's lying on your back or sitting upright. Close your eyes and let them settle. Cleanse the breath, full inhale through your nose. And then clearing out, exhale, sigh. Going again, deep breath in. An audible sigh, breath out. Giving you the opportunity to clear out or release any energy or tension that you've brought onto your mat with you this morning. Let that go. And shift your awareness inwards. Try to balance out your breath without it being forced or excessive. Just through mind's eye, follow the length of your inhale and the pace of your exhale. And know that in today's practice, we'll do a little bit of gentle movement to help open up the body. Open up the hips, lengthen the spine so we can take a comfortable seated position towards the end of practice. I'll be a guide. I'll be here to remind you to take those deep breaths. As you follow your inhale with your awareness and deepen your exhale, observe what sensation the breath starts to create for your body this morning. Maybe it's the first time this morning or the first time in a few days you've stopped to slow down and to check in. In the beginning of our practice, it's sort of like doing an inventory, just scanning where you might be holding tension, encouraging yourself to let that go. Seeing if you can invite the breath to travel all the way up into the collarbones and all the way down into your abdomen, your low belly. Perhaps even the breath starts to become a little more fluid. A little deeper. As you sit in your stillness right now, and throughout our meditation, and a lot of us are craving to be outside, so let's create that space through mind's eye. Picture yourself, whether you're lying down or sitting up, maybe outside at your favorite park. Maybe you're lying on the beach. And picture and sense everything about that space. What does the ground feel like beneath you? Are you lying on grass? Or the sand? What color is the sand? Are you near water? Are there animals around you? People around you? What sounds do they make? And then take your gaze up into the sky. It's a beautiful blue, clear day. There's just a couple of those white, fluffy clouds passing by. I want you to picture the blue sky, that vastness, as your mind. And as we move through our practice today, as you see white fluffy clouds pass by, those are just your thoughts. Allow them to keep moving, keep going back into the blue sky, your vastness. And knowing that sometimes this blue sky might look a little gray or stormy, but behind those darker clouds, the vastness is still there. When your mind wanders through practice, picture yourself in that space, outside, all the sights, all the sounds. Keep trying to explore the vastness, that clear blue sky. Take 5 more deep breaths. Again, remind yourself that it's okay and natural for those clouds to roll in. See if you can let them pass. It's just a thought. The thought is not your mind. Begin to move through your fingers and your toes. You rock your head gently from side to side. Roll out the wrists. And if you're sitting upright, carefully bring yourself down onto the back, where together we'll hug the knees in towards the chest. Once you have your knees drawn in, massage the back body, rock yourself from side to side. Hold on to the knees, circle them around to the right and into the left. And see if you can sync up this circling motion with an inhale, the knees draw away. And exhale, knees hug in. Let the knees return to center and then start to circle them the opposite direction. Knees to chest. Extend your left leg out long, keep the right leg hugged in. And then you'll start to rock just the right knee side to side. Pay attention to the sensation of either taking the knee out, externally rotating it, or taking your thigh and hugging it in. Which one feels a little bit stickier this morning? So this is up to you. You'll find that sticky spot. Breathe into it for 5 rounds. You can play around with the bottom left foot. It can either be active or maybe passive. So flex the toes or relaxing your toes. Move in a way that feels a bit intuitive this morning. Then finish your exhale. Right knee comes back to center. We'll switch the legs. Extend the right out. Hug your left in. Rock your left knee side to side. Observing the sensation. Where there might be a bit of extra tension, lean into that. Steady your breath here. As you sip the breath in, hearing it through the back of the throat. And slowly releasing the breath out. The left knee comes back to center. Right knee hugs in to join. Then give yourself a big squeeze, maybe so much that your lower back curls away from the earth. Your nose comes in towards your knees. Hug in, get small. And then release your head down, let that go. Make your way onto the right or left side. And press yourself up into a tabletop position, so on your hands and knees. Try to find some even space between your fingertips. Whatever's more comfortable for your feet behind you, flipped or flat. This is up to you. Hands to shoulder distance. On an inhale, look past your fingertips. And then look over your right shoulder towards your right hip. Take an extra breath into your left side body. Return to center. Breathe in, lengthen your spine so tailbone reaches back, crown reaches forward. Look over the left shoulder. Back to neutral, one more time each way. Gazing right. Back to center. Send your gaze to the left. Neutral spine. Keep your hips high. Walk your hands forward. You can come down onto your elbows if you like, or make this slightly more active. The arm bones stay straight. Encourage your chest to lower down. And breathe all the way up into your armpits. Press back into the hands, walk them back so your shoulders stack over top of your wrists. We'll continue to move the spine in a few directions, waking everything up. Drop your belly down, lift your heart up. Try and lean forward so the front body opens a bit more. And then round your spine, chin to chest, hollow out your belly, shake the head out. Inhale, come back forward, grip into your fingertips, pull the chest through the window of your arms. Exhale, press the earth away from you, round out. Heavy head, move with your breath. Inhale, sweeping you forward, cow pose. Exhale, rounded spine. Maybe finding sticky spots here. Know whether or not the chest is open and you're extending the spine, or you're rounding the back, flexing your spine. Determine, again, for yourself this morning, which area is stickier. Find that space, allow for extra breath into it, and hold. Sounded breath in. And then sounded breath out. Let's come to neutral. Lift up the torso and step your right foot through between your hands. And if you need any extra cushion for your left knee, maybe grabbing for your pillow, or you can even fold over the outer edge of your mat. Lift your torso up into your low lunge when you're ready. Arms might extend high. We'll floss through the shoulders, so drive into the right heel so the leg is active. So if you're doing a big backstroke, sweep your arms back, and then reach the arms up. Breathe in. You extend the arms back behind you, breathe out. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, reach back. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, arms sweep back, release them to frame your front foot. Let's lift the back knee, press into your hands and step yourself back to downward facing dog. Our first downward dog, keep your knees bent. Allow your heels to lift and maybe move a bit. Bounce the knees. Sway your hips. Press through the hands. Hips can move back a little bit further. Look towards your thumbs. We'll step the left foot through. You can always drop the right knee down, grab the left foot, pull it there. Knee on top of ankle. Lift your torso up. Never hurts to check in and stack the joints. Good, arms reaching high. Good, stable through the legs. Find fluid breath, arms reach back. Sweep them forward, inhale. Arms reach back, exhale. Watching over the next 2 or 3 rounds, if there's maybe even the chance that you're getting a bit more range of motion through the arms. Whenever you're using too much muscular energy, let it be fluid to really lubricate the joint. Last round in. Sweep them back, breath out, plant your hands. Lift your back knee, step back to downward dog. And keep trying to imagine the crown of your head lengthening towards the space between your thumbs. So the gaze is between your feet, but the crown of your head lengthens towards the thumbs. Let the head be heavy, release the tension in the neck. From here, heel toe your feet out wider to the outer edges of your mat. Sway your hips side to side. As you start to walk your hands back to meet your feet, deeper bend through your knees if you need to, so your belly can move through the window of your legs. If you'd like, you can even stack your elbows on your knees. Head heavy. Rock just a little bit of weight into your toes. How does that feel on the legs? Last breath. Walk your hands up your shins and up your thighs to bring yourself upright. And then you'll heel toe the feet under your hips. Shake your legs out. Try and lift and spread all 10 of your toes. Root your toes into the earth. Ground down firmly through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Take your hands to prayer and heart center. We'll just sweep the arms a few times. Move with the breath. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to prayer. One more, reaching high. Press the hands down through the midline into heart center. Add on this time, reach up. Bow yourself forward, hinge from the hips, keep your chest open, release the head. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, bow back forward. Rise up, inhale, sweep up, get tall. Pull hands to heart center, exhale. Grounded feet. Move again, sweep up. Try to pull your bum back as you lean your chest forward, fold. Lift the heart. Bow it in. Rise up to stand, sweep up. Press your hands down through heart center. And this time, arms reach high, breathe in. Take your right hand, press it into your right thigh. Get taller through your left side body. Reach up and over towards the right. We're using a grounding into your left foot, bracing through the right hand to open your chest towards the sky. Maybe your gaze even goes towards your inner arm. Back to center, reach the right arm. Left hand, left thigh, get tall. Sweep up and over, opposite direction. Feet planted, chest opening. Breathe lots of space into your right ribs. Good, back to center. Both arms high. Big dive forward, let it go. Press hands to shins, flatten your back like a tabletop. This time as you bow forward, tiptoe your hands out into a plank position. And the offering just to be a bit more passive with the practice today, your knees can go down. Shoulders on top of wrists. With control, bring your chest down to your mat. Point your toes, slide the toes back. Elbows stay up towards the sky. Lift your heart on an inhale. Pressing through feet. Try to lengthen your tailbone towards the wall behind you. Inhale. Release down, exhale. Let's wave the spine 3 times like that. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale to roll it down. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to lower down. One more time, lift the heart. Exhale, release. Press through the hands, hips move back in space. Child's pose, big toes together. Knees can be a little wider for your belly to relax between your thighs and rest your head. Return to the breath. 3 cycles, maybe 4, depending on the pace. Return to that sensation of the space outside, the sights and the sounds, and letting it be okay that maybe as some clouds pass by, they're not always white and fluffy, but behind any dark clouds, return to that blueness, that vast blue sky. And then when you're ready, press yourself up. Keep your knees together. Come onto your right hip. So knees stay together, you're on the right hip. Let your right hand move away from your body. And then from that line, from right armpit to right hip, sink into it. So let yourself lean into that space. Your head can be relaxed. Creating, again, a lot of space for the ribs. I like to call this pose my mermaid pose, like mermaid on a rock. Maybe merman on a rock. Yes, my sister liked that. I like when I can tell whose screen is whose. Good. And observe deeply. It's a subtle sensation where we're not just stretching, the intercostal muscles in between the ribs. That long stretch of the skin is stretching fascia, which is really good for circulation and blood flow. One more inhale. And then press out of the hand. We'll switch sides. So you can either swing your hips around or flip yourself around on the left hip. Knees together, left hand leans away from the body. This is up to you, the distance you'd like to take of the hand to body. Let your side body release, let your head hang. Your eyes can close for the next 5 or 6 breaths. I'm a beach person, so that's why I always find myself on the beach, but maybe you're in your favorite park. Taking those few moments just to embrace the space and the sights and sounds around you. Last inhale. Bring yourself back up. Come onto the bum, where the balls of the feet will touch. Knees will splay out wide. And it doesn't really matter the shape of your diamond. So you can play around with the heels farther away from your body. You can bring your heels a little closer in. And then bounce your knees a bit. And bringing that bit of friction to the space. Then lift your heart up. Really breathe up into your chest. Puff your heart open. Bow forward, let it go. Maybe even resting your elbows on your calves, your knees. Let your head drop in space, but try not to collapse through the heart or bring tension up into your shoulders. Holding for 3. And breathing in and out for 2. And last cycle. And lift your gaze, then lift your chest. Use your hands to bring your knees together. Place your hands back behind you and begin to windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Ground your feet to center. Take your left shin and bring it parallel to the front of your mat. So lean onto your left side and then swing the right leg back behind you. So left shin parallel, we're on kind of the left hip, right leg swings back. So you're almost making like a 90-degree bend with both knees. And then square yourself off to your front thigh, try to get taller. And then slowly bring yourself forward. You might be able to come onto your forearms, but if the earth is a little far away from you, this is where a pillow might be helpful for you to stack your forearms on, maybe your bolster, maybe even stacking the fists for your head to rest on something. Gently massage the hip socket. Rock yourself in towards center, rock yourself out. And then find a space where you can land and manage the sensation of this stretch, maybe 8 or 9 breaths. If your mind easily wanders, say, "Thank you, mind." The mind's job is to think, but right now we're trying to find a quiet mind that's maybe already overstimulated with everything going on around us right now. Find that space, blue sky, just looking out into your vastness. Inhale to lift up slowly. Good, then lean onto towards the left side. Take the right leg, bring it around in front. Hands move back behind you. Let that go. Maybe shake through the legs, sway your knees. And set up for the opposite side. Right shin comes parallel. Lean onto the right hip to swing your left leg back. Now if this strains the knees to try and take that 90-degree bend, you can always draw the heel in a little closer towards your body. It doesn't have to be exactly parallel or exactly 90. And flexing your right toes might help to protect the muscles around your knee. Lengthen your spine up. When you're ready, hinge forward. Deep breath in. Sigh, breath out. Let go, get heavy. And deepen your breath to prepare to move. And come up when you're ready. Swing onto the right hip, bring the left around, out in front. And you can sway the knees a few more times side to side. We're preparing to take ourselves into a comfortable seated position for our meditation. It's nice that the hips are open, the chest is open. Add the extra height if needed, especially if the knees are higher than your hips. It's a good indicator that we want to be able to rock the pelvic bowl forward more for the knees to drop in space. And knowing this, that once the legs are crossed and you've come upright, there's no really right or wrong way to meditate. If you really start to feel uncomfortable and move into sensations that feel like strain or pain, know that you can even lean your back up against a wall or come to lie on your back. Settle your hands on your thighs. Play around with the placement of the palms, either down or up. See the difference in sensation that each creates, and go with the one that maybe resonates with you the most. Full breath in. Open mouth, sigh, breath out. Do a quick internal scan of the body, especially the muscles through the face and the jawline, even your palms, your abdomen. Those are usually the sites in the body where we store our expression, hold, body language, communicate with those spaces, communicate ease. Express softness. Maybe the rest of the body will follow. We'll do our best to be still, to sit within ourselves and be silent. As a thought comes in, picture it as a cloud staring up into the sky, let it pass. And go back to your vastness. Perhaps even your sky turns into a night sky. And similar, the stars are just your thoughts. The depth of the sky is the vastness of your mind. And deepen your breath in and out, but remain still. And heighten the sensations of being in that space, that outdoor space. What do you hear around you? What do you see? As you take a final few moments to sit there and gaze up into the sky, into the vastness, as thoughts come in and thoughts come out. It's a useful tool to be able to see where the mind goes to. It's often moving into thoughts that might not serve us. Some of those darker clouds. We can see past them, back into that space, that whole space that is you, and not just your thoughts. Perhaps we can direct our thoughts to more of those white, fluffy ones from time to time, especially when we need them. If you've brought yourself down onto the back, take a few moments to bring yourself upright into seated. Then if you're in seated with deeper breath, you can wiggle your fingers, maybe soften your gaze. Eyes can even stay closed. We'll seal the practice. Bring the hands to prayer into heart center. And bowing chin inwards towards chest. Acknowledging both the light and the dark within us all. Honoring the divine within us all. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.